Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Sach Thakor. He's the CEO and founder of Sach Thakor Coaching, where he is a mindfulness transformation coach and public speaker. Thank you so much for appearing on the show today, Sach.
Thank you, Bryce. Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
Excellent. What was life like before you got into coaching, and really what was the driver that brought you into the field?
Very interesting, actually. You should ask that because that's exactly what it was. It was a driver. I was pushed. So my background was in sales, like in a corporate environment in the technology world. I'd always dabbled in businesses. I found, thought myself as being an entrepreneur, but traditional business isn't, how it's how good as it looks. And what happened was I actually started getting physical muscle spasms in my body, like in my back and then going into my legs, but it's all over, right? And so you do the traditional thing, you go to the medics, the medical route, you go to specialists, and no one knew what was going on. And they were like feeding me tablets and stuff like that, which I didn't really like. And then there just came a point where I was like, there's got to be more to this than, you know what I mean? There's got to be a solution. There has to be. Skipping along through the years, I figured out it was stress. So stress, which we all suffer with in our own ways and plays out differently for different people, was playing out for me within my physical body at first. And then I actually put on quite a lot of weight because I was quite fit before. I used to work out, and I put on a lot of weight in a short period of time. So then I started getting kind of like depressed in a downward spiral, and I wasn't feeling so good. So I remember my suits getting tight at work, and I was like, I've had it. I've had enough, right? I made a decision. And then I reached out to some friends of mine in the nutrition and health world. And he was like, hey, man, I can help you. So he helped me. I actually even took me on a route to go down that business on the health side. So I'm also a fitness coach, a nutrition coach. So I help people literally with their body. And then it went into, hey, it's all linked with the mind. The mind is the most powerful thing. And then I went into like the energy work that I do. So the connection of mind, body, and soul. So my driver was physical pain pushing me and not being happy at all within myself or how I looked in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this question. So that's actually a really interesting thing. Which one do you think is easier to get a handle on, the mind or the body?
That's a great question. You've got the mind thinking. I would say it's the body because of the small habitual things you can start with, right? So when I get a client, they come to me and they're like, hey, Sach, I want to lose weight, or I need to build muscle. And I'm like, cool, no problem. We can do this. But the biggest root is like, you can give anyone, the biggest thing is rooted problem, shall I say, is just that there is a rooted problem within them that's stopping them, right, from getting what they want physically, and hence the outside is only a reflection of the inside. So I would say body is easier because I can start slowly by saying, hey, work out, eat this, have you had your supplements? And then slowly I coach them, and then I can start changing the mindset when they go, I don't get it, it's day 3 and I've lost no weight, and I'm like, okay. And then, so I would say the body is a good entry point, and then we can work on the mind because, the mind is a big thing to tackle. But once we get it, you can have whatever you want in life.
Yeah, that's important. Can you talk about, I think whenever I talk to you, we always talk about like visualization. We talk about actually, thinking about what you want. Can you talk a little bit more about how to do that and what that actually looks like?
Yeah, sure. So, Einstein said that, imagination is a preview of the things to come. So the human mind, or if you call it human, the mind has this ability to also have a memory, and we can go back and we can think about things in the past, right? So you can think about memories, good, bad, whatever, however it made you feel. Everything is a feeling, right? We do anything for a feeling. The other thing we have, those we can go forward and we can go into imagination. Now, visualization for me is a massive game changer for the success in my life and what I coach my guys with, because that's what it is, when, like I'm saying, you use the mind to say, say you're going for a goal, right? And it's great to have goals because they stretch you and they pull you towards something. The difference between someone who has an amazing work ethic and keeps going and going and going and doesn't get the result, and someone who has an amazing work ethic and gets the result, is to do with, their visualization, and that goes with their belief of themselves. Because if you believe in the universe and all this energy and things around you that we can't see, that I strongly believe in, it's like how I visualize. So every morning I always have goals. So every morning and every evening, even in the middle of the day, if I can, I will visualize and start thinking. I will start feeling. I will take myself to that place. So I have this place I'm going to, my next goal, and I just let myself go. And I feel like I'm saying that's more important than, you need the grind, but that's more important if you're not in the peak state, because opportunities, circumstances, situations, just like you and I today talking, will come when you put out what you want. So that's how I feel it's so important. And like I said, really get involved with all your senses. So when you close your eyes, do your deep breathing, quiet everything, the mind, as much as you can, and start smelling the environment you're in. Start seeing, you can see, start tasting, and it's because our senses have that power. And the more we tell the subconscious, like, hey, this is what's going on, it's going to start believing it, and then it's going to become materialized into your real world. It's a really, really key thing for me. And you know what about the universal laws? I think the biggest thing is the universal laws have been around forever because of the universe, but they're so simple that so many of us don't believe they work or take the time to actually stop and use them in our lives.
So if you had to start with one universal law, which one would it be?
Sowing and reaping, reciprocity, the law of karma. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you want, you got to give, man. Right? And it's so powerful. Really, really. Every week, I'll find a way to serve someone, and without any monetary value in return. And it happened this morning, actually. I get up at 4 a.m. every morning. It happened around 6 a.m. Someone on Instagram, a friend, was like, I'm up at 5 a.m. What's going on? And then I was like, hey, how are you? You good? And it came into, I helped coach and did some healing for anxiety. And I did it because, like I say, I just feel I have to. And in a week, if I get to the end of the week or midweek and I'm like, I'm working, I'm helping clients and paid clients, but I'm thinking I haven't actually given enough this week. And as a consequence, when you're feeling down as well, as a consequence, whenever you're feeling low, the easiest way to change your state is by doing something good for someone else.
I was going to ask you another question. Yes. What about waiting time in between when you visualize something to when it manifests? Can you give some tips about either staying positive or actually, no, keep believing that it's going to happen even when things look bad?
That's so good, man, because that's the hardest thing, right? The biggest enemy is the enemy yourself, is the voice inside your head, right? I think Les Brown said that. And it's true, because the way it's a program. I look at it's programming. I look at this body, the body you see, or the mind and the energy body, the three bodies, as a robot, right? And it's like a robot, which is a computer. Every day you have to reprogram it. Like you would wash your physical body every day, you've got to clean your energy body. You've got to clean your mind, and you have to get into peak state, right? And then obviously life's going to happen. Life happens to us. That's what life's about. That's actually the beauty of life, because it's there to make us grow. So when you say you got to go, visualizing it, and then bang, something happens, and you're just like, man, like this has thrown me, or I'm feeling like that person really upset me. So the biggest thing you can do is attitude. I do this thing where I flip it. I am positive. Like you're saying, going to a positive state, one way to go there is gratitude. So stop and just say, I'm so grateful for literally being alive today, for my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my ears, my family, air, oxygen. Just get into your gratitude. That will keep your state higher, because it's like a fuel. The energy of that you need to make your visualization manifest, it needs fuel behind it, and it needs good fuel. But when you have a negative thought or something throws you, you're taking away that energy, and it's going to delay its manifesting, right? It's like a seed, right? It's like you have a seed, and you put like, loads of sun and water, and you nourish it, it's going to grow. But then say that someone puts that pot, this is life doing something to you, and they put it in a dark room, it's not getting that nourishment, it's getting negativity. It's going to not grow, or it's going to die, right? So I would say get in a peak state, Gratitude is really key to lift you up, being positive. And the thing is, like I'm saying, it comes with like awareness of yourself. The more aware you are, you're able to see it, because without awareness you can't make change, because you don't have a clue what's going on. You have blind spots, right? Like, you can't see this. And the thing I was going to say was attitude. So I take what would be a negative into a positive, and I play a game. So if something happens, like in my business, a team member drops out, I've got another business. I do multi-level marketing and nutrition, right? Or in a client, in my other business, something happens, I actually get excited, and my guys think I'm mad because I'm like, this is great, or I'm feeling really like, I'm feeling just not feeling, having a crap day. I'm like, I'm getting so excited because I know I'm going to have a breakthrough, because this is like this is the old me trying to test me. And it's like, do I say, oh no, poor me, right? Or do I say, hey, yeah, man, try me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would say is attitude is key, and turning any negatives into positives and building on it daily. It's a habit, right? It takes time.
Interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, I was just saying that last week. I was like, man, whenever you're either like feeling like really like annoyed, like for example, sometimes when my calls go down a little bit, I'm like, oh no, what's up? And then it's like, does the system break? Or I have to go and fix my ads. And then the next day, it's just I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It always seems to be like a pattern like that, you know?
It is, right? And the test is how, it's very well to be happy and good when things are going good in life, right? When they're not going good, it's the attitude, right? It's your attitude. Like, how do you look at it? And that's when people look at me and they're like, I don't get it. I said, I get excited, man, because it just means something great is going to come through. And as long as you're consistent with whatever you're doing on a daily basis, right? It's going to come. It's inevitable. Great example, real life is true.
So, just kind of switching gears, what's the vision for either your life or as far out into the future as you would like to go?
The vision is to help more people. So my why of why I do anything isn't about me, it's about other people. I believe, we're on this earth, we're born to nurture the gifts we all have within us, and to really understand the connection we have with other people, with the universe, with energy, with things we can't see, with love. And when you go through enough things in your life, you realize that you get rid of the ego. We never get rid of the ego. The ego's got an advantage, right? It's only trying to protect you. But when you're aware of the ego and you tell it to shut up when it doesn't serve you, and you're really coming from like your higher self and from your heart, you see this thing that we're connected. And I believe we've all got gifts that God's put within us, or the infinite intelligence, or whatever you want to call, right? And it's up to us, when we quiet the mind and deal with our crap, that we can basically start really nurturing our gifts, okay? And when you have your gifts, those gifts are meant to be given back to others so you can help others. And like the biggest, the secret of living is giving. That's like what Tony Robbins says. And I totally believe that. So my big vision for my life is I'm a speaker. My number one natural gift is I'm a public speaker. I'm a good speaker. I'd like to think I'm a good speaker. There you go, right? Was that the ego or was that me, right? So I'm a speaker, whether it's in small groups, whether it's talking about taking a fit class, a HIIT workout, or it's doing an inspirational, motivational talk, whatever it may be. But along the way, I say I heal. I work with energy, so I can heal people physically, emotionally, and psychologically. So what that means is, what I put out of my body, I can help other people. And one thing I put out is my voice. So for me, I believe in my heart that one of my biggest healing assets is my voice. And so my dream, my vision is to be on the biggest, grandest stages in the world, the biggest audiences, and to genuinely talk from here, to connect with the audience and to heal them with whatever they need through my presence and through my voice and through my heart. So my vision that gets me up every single day, I don't need an alarm clock. I genuinely get up out of bed, and I'm up before anyone else, because I got to do what the successful people do in life so that I can be a better service of others, So for me, my vision is huge, and I'm so grateful. Like I was saying, I work in like network marketing, right? So this opportunity for me actually gave me the platform to start speaking on people, get into my personal development. So my what I say now is, through this organization, I get to help people on a daily basis anyway, through their health and their mind, right, and their wealth, which is amazing, which I'm blessed. But the biggest thing is what I say is they are this business, not them. This business is the key to my people. Because my bigger vision, like I say, is it's not about speaking and coaching my team who, yeah, okay, monetary, I'll make money out of them and I can help them. It's about talking to the world and giving back. Like I said, how I started, the biggest thing is about giving to others. So that's my vision that I hold strong in here and in here. So strong.
You know, let me ask you this. So do you have anything new going on? Do you have any like either conferences, products, courses, books coming out?
What I'm doing at the moment is I'm actually, I'm looking for 22 people, right? 22 is a dear number to me. So I'm looking for 22 people who want help. This is me giving back. Help in what? I want to help them become literally the best version of themselves. But I want people who are serious, right? I'm looking for those who are, willing to be coachable and willing to stay coachable. And what I mean by this is, that because that's what I mean. I want to do this where I'm giving back and I'm changing their lives. And for me, the project, this is my project right now, right? This is about them. And what I want to do is I want to help them, like we started with, we said, like I said, body first, right? I'll
Mhm.
start them with their body. It doesn't mean they have to change the outer of their body, but the inside, are they in an alkaline state? Is their body healthy? What foods do they work, Then I want to work with the mind, which is an ongoing thing, and eventually connect with the spiritual side. So my biggest thing right now is I'm looking for serious people, only 22. I don't want any more and I don't want any less. And I genuinely want people who want more from life, who are sick of like accepting a life is how it is, or, getting in the rhythm, hypnotic rhythm of the world without thinking, without using their heart, and who want to, if they haven't discovered their gifts, I want to help them discover their gifts, and I want to help them nurture their gifts. And then I want them to be absolutely massively successful in all areas of my life. So that is a huge project, right?
Mm.
So that's massive. And you said about a book. I am writing a book as well. More of it's quite a unique book. I'm holding off from publishing it because I feel it's not meant to be yet. And there's like little chapters and stuff that come to me because it's more about things in my life, how I've turned them into very short and sweet little chapters, should you say, or areas where people can literally use and self-help and just open the book and say, that's what I need today. And oh my God, like, because I believe everything is feeling, like I said, and everything is energy. Anyone can sit there and write, talk, sing, right? But if your soul isn't in it and your energy isn't behind anything you're doing, it means nothing. So even if I wrote a book that's just 20 pages or 300 pages, it's the difference of what I put into it, right? And someone said, why don't you launch it? You can make money. And I said, I don't do things for money, man. Yeah, we need money and I'll take all the money in the world. Why not, right? But I want the money to represent doing something good for people and being genuine with what I'm delivering, right? So that's something exciting. When it comes out, I don't know. It might be like Dre's album, right? Like, wait, everyone's waiting on the final album. I don't even know if it's out. I still don't know. But do you know what I mean? It's special, man. So that's happening. That's happening.
Excellent. Where can people either learn more about you or where can they go to connect with you further?
So two platforms. Like I say, I am literally the brand because it's just me, and I want people to really get to know me and see if they feel my energy and we work together. So my website is sachthakor.com, where I'll talk more about my energy side and my coaching. So there's like, they can get a contact, the form on there. And the other way is Instagram, like literally Sach Thakor. Add me on Instagram, send me a DM, because you know what it's like on these platforms. You get so many followers and stuff. And I deliberately kept it my personal page and rather than having business ones, because like I said, I genuinely just want to connect with real life, real people, right? So those are the best two places.
Excellent. Thanks so much for coming out today. I really appreciate your time and really, thank you for your value and your wisdom today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I always say, we're all connected, and I'm genuinely thankful. And I just hope that this can help someone out there.
Excellent. I'm sure that I will. You know, for those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable. Now, if you have been searching for a place where people are improving themselves and helping others to do the same, I recommend you go and join our free community. There's going to be some links either above or below the video. Now, it's basically a mastermind where people come together and support each other. So if that is what you have been searching for, go on ahead and join us inside of that community. I'm going to put the links either above or below the video. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.